So y'all want to know how I created this look. That's why you clicked the video, right? And you can't tell me I didn't eat this look up. Like, I can't stop looking at myself. Really, but when does the face never eat? Okay. I did the viral latte look. This is the look. This is the fall look, y'all. The fall look. Okay. I'm finna show you guys all the products I use. I'm gonna put it on the screen. I'm gonna put it down in the description box below like I always do. Let's get straight into it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Go follow your girl on her socials. And yeah, keep on watching. The first thing we're going to be using is the Kiss Hydrating and Grip Primer. So this primer kind of gives you that smooth hydrated base, and it helps the foundation and all the other products you put on your face, helping you give that like skin natural glow. I'm not a dewy girl, but this primer I will say has been helping my makeup, and I think will pair well with the foundation that I'm using. Next thing I'm going to be using is the Maybelline Super Slick Brow Glue. So this has been one of my favorite brow glues ever since I discovered the product. I did do a full in-depth video on how I get my fluffy brows if you guys want to go check that out. But basically this brow glue is going to hold my brows in all day. It gives you like that soft, full brow laminated look kind of. So I feel like that's going to go really well with this fall latte look, because we're not going to try to do too much. We're going to kind of keep like this feathery, natural, almost like clean girl vibe for a second. And then you can just see me just brushing my hairs up. I'm really trying to shape them and really put that product in there because I have some thick, unruly brows. The next thing I'm going to be using is my Benefit Brow Brush. This is going to be something that I'm using to fill in any sparse areas I have. And it is in a brown shade. I don't remember the name, but I'll find it and link it down below. But it has fibers in it, so it's going to create those hair-like strokes, and it's going to help me achieve like that fuller natural brow. And I don't want to use a really dark shade because my eyebrows are already pretty thick and I'm making them look laminated and lifting them up. So I feel like this chocolate brown color is going to really look perfect in a sense with this look, especially because a latte inspired look is giving dark brown hues. So I kind of want to just follow through and do brown shades with everything. The next thing I'm using is my Kosas Air Brow Gel. There is no color to this. Honestly, it's just a second brow gel since I kind of was running out of the Super Slick Brow Glue. So really, I'm just kind of brushing them up again, sealing everything together, and kind of just defining my brows. Next thing I'm using is my Fenty Pro Filter Concealer. This is in the shade 330. This concealer is pretty brightening, but I put it underneath my eyebrow hairs, and I'm going to be placing it on top of my brow as well because we're going to really sculpt the brow. My brows are pretty arched, but I'm trying to go for like more of a straighter brow look. So you see me kind of like slowly trying to manipulate my shape, but obviously until I start growing some more hairs where they're sparse at, this is the best I can do. But I just get a little concealer brush and just blend. I know it looks a little crazy, but y'all seen the look in the beginning of the video. It's gonna come together, don't worry. Then I'm going to grab another concealer brush I have and just kind of use remaining product and just put it on my eyelid so we can start prepping the eyes for the main attraction, the main show, which is gonna be the eyeshadow look. We're not adding any product, so just drag whatever you got on them eyebrows and pull it down. The secret weapon, the secret sauce to create this perfect look and make it look real professional is tape, honey. Okay, it's tape. We're going back to the old school basics. Okay, I know I don't see this a lot anymore, but using tape helps, especially if you're not good at eyeliner or eyeshadow. This is going to create like the perfect clean lines that we want. So I'm going to prep my eyelids with the Laura Mercier Translucent Honey Setting Powder. Honestly, any setting powder will do. I just don't want to put any eyeshadow on top of like that concealer without putting a powder on, because it's just not going to blend right. So just get a powder and put it on top of the concealer. It's going to kind of blur those imperfections and those lines with the concealer, so that help with the eyeshadow powders on top. I'm using the Huda Beauty palette. Okay, I know y'all remember this palette. I did the whole eyeshadow look with this one palette because I wanted it to be easy for you guys. So the first shade I used was the Sandalwood one. It is a warm brown base, and I just put it around the lid. Just kind of go back and forth in the crease, and that's going to be the first Latte inspired color. The second color I'm using is going to be Cocoa. This is really perfect for like deepening the outer corner. And kind of like digging in almost in the crease, but we're not putting it all around the eye like we did the first shade. So this is going to create that depth and enhance like that rich roasted coffee vibe. So I'm going to be just putting this almost close to my inner corner of my eye, but more towards the middle of the lid and more towards the outer lid. And what I love about the tape is y'all can just be as messy as you want, go back and forth. The tape is going to clear everything up. By the time we're done with this eyeshadow look and we reveal the tape, it's going to look so good. So don't be scared about packing on a lot of color over here and just going back and forth, blending up and down, left and right, do whatever, because it's going to be clean at the end. Don't worry, y'all. The next shade I'm using is this Trust Fund, which is like a little copper shimmer. So it's going to add that little touch of shimmer to the lid, and it's going to mimic that warmth and almost kind of like the sweetness of a fall latte. So this color is really copper. I'm talking like really orange, like a penny. I do find that using the glitter shades of this palette is best applied when I'm using my fingers. So there hasn't been a brush that I found yet that works. So that's why I'm digging my fingers in there. I am adding a second shimmer on top, which is Blessed. This is more of like a darker shimmer, you could say. I added it on top of the orange, more towards the middle, not really like the inner corner of the eye. I feel like it blended really well with the first shimmer shade, which was that Trust Fund. I feel like the copper is just a little too pigmented, a little too bright orange. And so to kind of create that like coffee, like the darkness of a coffee, I feel like adding that Blessed, it was like another golden shimmer that kind of brought a pop of brightness, especially to like the middle of the lid, the center of the lid, and it kind of gives a little extra dimension. So just did that. And then towards the end, I'm adding Black Truffle. This is just a deep black that we're going to use to soften the outer. We're going to kind of make like almost a smoky edge, like a smoky liner, because we're not going to be using eyeliner. This is also perfect for people who don't know how to do eyeliner or who can't make a straight eyeliner, because we have the tape placed there. And you just see I'm using a little tiny angled brush and just smudging the black powder there. And this is perfect because you don't have to be precise at all. Like the tape does all the hard work for you. You're just going back and forth with this black, and you don't have to be perfect at all. And yeah, once we put the lashes on, it kind of just blends everything together. Now I'm using my Giorgio Armani, I can't even say it right, the Eyes to Kill mascara. Honestly, I'm not a stickler for certain type of mascaras because I'm always wearing lashes, so any mascara works. I like this mascara though. It does provide, you know, long voluminous lashes. It gives me like that sultry look, and then I just threw my lashes on top. These lashes are from Amazon. I love getting Amazon lashes because they give you so many for such a good price. I'll put them down below. I don't know the name of them, but you know, it'll already be in the description box. And I'm just using a regular lash glue. I think it's from Kiss, my Lash Couture Super Strong Black Lash Glue. I like using a black lash glue because it almost mimics an eyeliner too. And, you know, I didn't use eyeliner at all. So that's perfect. And then you just see me revealing the tape, and y'all look at those lines. Precise, okay? It's giving professional. Tell me that doesn't look good. I'm telling y'all, I was feeling myself. I was like, ooh, it looks fire. I did that shit, period. Now, the foundation that I'm using that I feel like complements really well with the primer that I was using was my Fenty Ease Drop. This is in the shade 17. This is a skin tint, so it's not a full coverage foundation, but it does have coverage to it. What I love is that this skin tint creates like a natural glowiness, you know, and the primer was more of like a glowy primer as well, and I feel like that melts together for this like latte shimmery glowy look that we're trying to achieve. It gives like the skin like feeling, so it's not as heavy or thick as like a full coverage foundation, which I really love, because this look isn't really meant to be, you know, like a full coverage crazy like I'm going to the club, you know, like night out look. This is just like a pretty girl fall inspired. Yeah, the eyes are a little dramatic, but you know, we're not going to the club or nothing. I love this foundation. It gives such a skin like finish, and it covers all my insecurities. It covers all my dark spots, y'all. This is literally Riri did her big one with this, okay? And I don't like looking dewy, but y'all, this gives radiant. I won't even lie. I won't even lie. This gives me like a cozy fall look. Love it. Also, don't forget, anytime you do any of your makeup, don't forget to blend down to the neck. Don't forget your ears, and don't forget your neck. Period. Now I'm going back in with my Fenty concealer just to highlight underneath my eyes and highlight any other points of my face, which usually be my nose, my forehead, and my chin. I like this shade because it's 2 shades lighter than me, but it blends so beautifully that it doesn't look super white or super light. And then we're gonna contour with the LA Girl Pro Concealer. This is in the shade Beautiful Bronze. I like this shade for subtle contouring. It really doesn't have warmth to it. It's more of a cool toned contour. We're going to be adding a warm toned bronzer on top of it to just blend everything together. But for right now, we're going to use this cool toned one. It's going to create like this roasted hue, you could say, of like a fall latte. So I like that. Kind of creates some depth. And then we're going to put a bronze stick on top of it just to really warm up the face. Now I'm going to blend my concealer, but first I'm going to spray my face with the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. Y'all, this setting mist, they put crack in it. I don't know what they put in this, but my makeup hasn't looked the same. Like, I always have to use it now. It really melts everything together. I don't know any other setting mist that is just as bomb, and it's so affordable. So this is supposed to give you like a dewy finish, but honestly, I don't feel like I get dewy with it. I feel like it enhances the natural glow of my face. It keeps my makeup looking fresh too. That's really like very important for me. And yeah, and I feel like it just blends everything together with this fall look. Like I said, we want to make it blend nicely and not look like it's very caked up or anything. So after I spray my face, I just kind of go in and blend like I normally would. A trick that I found with blending my concealer, y'all, underneath my eyes is I used to always blend from the inner quarter and spread it out, but the trick is to blend from outside going in, okay? Because we want the inner corner of our eye to be the brightest, so we want to keep the most coverage there. We don't want to drag it out. So blend from the outer corner and just keep packing it in. And the minute you get to the inner corner, just pat, pat, pat. So it kind of like softens, but you keep most of the coverage there, y'all. That is the secret, ladies and gentlemen, okay? Once I discovered that trick, oh, I didn't blend it outside no more. I didn't blend it out. You never realize you're making little mistakes like that until you start trying something else and you're like, wow, this works so much better. Now I'm gonna go in with that bronze stick that I was telling you about, and this is from Colourpop in the shade Shell Beach, and I've used this in past makeup videos and I keep raving about it, and I'm gonna keep raving about it, okay? This is a creamy bronzer stick that can be used to like add a soft natural warmth to the skin, and it kind of makes you look sun-kissed, but for this look it's like fall inspired. So I add that on top of the contour because I feel like the contour creates that shape and like that chiseledness, and it's cool toned, and then you add this little bronzer on it that just melts so beautifully into the skin. Like, look at it, it's already vanished, it's already gone, but like it just creates like this warm shade of like a latte look. Like, everything is just coming together. Do you guys see it? Right, like you see it, and you can kind of see the layered of it, like the contour underneath, then the bronze stick on top. Ooh, and then we're gonna add blush and it'll just melt perfectly, y'all. So staying on theme, we're going to be using the e.l.f. Putty Blush, y'all. And I have this in different shades, but in this shade, we're doing Bahamas. So this is like a orangish blush, kind of. It's like a peachy blush too, you could say. So it flushes the cheeks. It gives like this liveliness, healthy glow. Because that's one thing the e.l.f. Putty Blush got. It got glow to it, okay? It's not a matte blush. It definitely has a glow to it. You don't want to put too much on because it does get pigmented quickly. So you can kind of see a little bit of the peachiness to it, and it just brings some more warmth to the face. So you can kind of see that layer of the concealer, blush, contour, and bronzer. And that's what we love. Like, that's a macchiato right there. Now I'm going in with my favorite powder in the world. This is the Sacha Buttercup Setting Powder. This is a powder that I use to just set any shiny areas while keeping like that warmth that we still want to keep. And it's especially good for maintaining like fresh, soft matte finish without flashback as well, y'all. And the trick is we're not baking, we're just setting, okay? So you grab your little powder puff and get some product, pat it on the back of your hand, and only use the product that's left over. You don't want to keep adding too much, okay? And then what I love about this powder is it's not white or ashy. It has a little bit of yellowness to it, which goes hand in hand with like the warmth of the face. We love that. You also need a powder puff too for this look. If you don't have one, I don't know what you're doing. I linked it down below. Y'all need to go get you one. Mine are from Amazon, period. My favorite bronzer in the entire world is obviously from Fenty Beauty. It's in the shade Mocha Mommy, and this is a warm tone bronzer that adds like dimension and warmth to the face. So it also gives you like a sun-kissed contour, and I think it really helps elevate the whole cozy, warm vibes of this whole latte look. So I'm going to be adding that product exactly where I added the contour and bronzer, and then patting it in. And then any leftover product, I'm just going to kind of brush over where I put that Sacha Buttercup setting powder, because we don't want to have any harsh lines, okay? So you just see me blending it, and it just gets more natural and natural every single time we blend. I also put a little bit on my nose, trying to create that little button nose. And then I just put a little bit where I put my contour earlier on my nose. And then of course we set everything again. Now I am going back into the eyes, and I'm just putting a liner. I feel like I needed to put something in my waterline just to like complete the eye look, but I don't have a pencil liner. So I did see some girl on YouTube actually do this with a Q-tip. And so I kind of just put a little bit of liner on the Q-tip and try to do a little bit of my waterline. And yeah, I was like, okay, period. I did that. Shout out to her. And then I just go back in and finish off with my bottom lashes. And then we move on to the next thing, which is my favorite thing ever, and that is the lips. And that's what's going to complete the look. And then we're about to be done, y'all. My favorite lip liner in the entire world is MAC Chestnut Lip Liner. Please let me know a chocolate lip liner that's better than this one. Please, I am waiting. This is a deep brown liner, and it's so perfect for like defining the lips. And it's a warm fall inspired type of look. It pairs really well with a neutral or warm toned lipstick, and we're gonna create like a cozy lip almost, okay? This is the coffee part of the latte, okay? And then the lipstick we're gonna be putting on is the Morphe matte lipstick. This is in the shade Matte Boo. For a latte look, this is like a warm toned, you could almost say ashy nude. And I like it because it kind of creates this ombre fall look on the lips. We love that. And then I'm going to just be adding a lip gloss on top. This is also from Morphe. It's in the shade Shimmy. So this adds a soft, glossy finish to the lips. It brings a hint of like that shimmer and plumpness. We're just adding it on top of the matte lip. And it kind of just enhances the softness of like the fall latte aesthetic. And then I just decided to add a little bit of concealer into the middle of the lipstick just to create more of an ombre effect. And I just feel like the lighter it gets in the middle, it gives really like the foam, the cream of the latte look. So this is just me patting it, blotting it making sure it all looks completed and sealed together. And this is the final look, y'all. I really hope you enjoyed it. And this is the final look. I love this makeup look. Like, it's just giving chef's kiss, flawless. It's giving mocha mommy. It's really giving latte. Like, when I discovered this look, it started becoming almost my everyday. Besides like the eyeshadow, I might, you know, that might be a little extra to do all the time, but as far as the base goes and the warmth of the face, I've always loved this type of look. This is always the look I'm going for. Yeah, once I kind of discovered this combo, it was a wraps for my old makeup routine. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Leave a comment down below, and I will see you guys in my next video.